Hey, concrete friends, concrete fans, concrete artists, whoever you might be, welcome to the Joy of Concrete. This is the place where we make beautiful concrete things together and we try to have fun. Try to have fun with concrete. We try to eat so much ramen. Ramen. Do you know what's going to happen today? Wait, you're like, I thought we were talking about concrete. What's this ramen for? Well, this ramen is for me to have snacks. I love having ramen snacks. This is my favorite ramen. And so today is going to be a heartbreaking day for me because I want to eat this. Yes, sometimes I boil ramen in water and eat it, but sometimes I just crunch it up in the bag and eat it. Oh, there it goes. Just like this. That's good too. Okay. Will it concrete? Will it concrete? That is today's question. And today's will it concrete is ramen. So I've got my ramen noodles. I'm just kind of crunching them up until I have a consistent size. That's a big chunk, but in general, I like that. I've got a little bowl here. I'm gonna dump some ramen in. I'm gonna dump a bunch of it in. Get in there, ramen. Will it concrete? What do you think? Oh, I don't think we should add. Well, whatever. Let's put that oil packet in there too, I guess. Okay, so. Oh, it's sesame oil. I love it. So if I was going to eat this just as a snack, what I would do is I'd take these packets out, I'd crunch up the ramen, I'd dribble the sesame oil in there, and then I'd put the flavor pack. That should be enough. My mold's not that big. I don't know how much. The rest, that can be a snack for later, or if we need more. Okay, ramen pack. You chill there. Oh, and then we take the flavor pack in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. Smells good. Give it a little mix. Will it concrete? We're going to need some concrete. And today we're going to be using gray matter, my very favorite, very special concrete mix developed specifically for making concrete art, but also can probably make ramen-crete too. Will it concrete? Oh, I got some hemp fiber in there as well. Plus that up a little bit. I'm just giving this a little mix. Probably gonna need a little more. I think we're good. Is that enough? Does that look right? Maybe. Let's give it just a touch more. Just a touch more. Okay. That's probably gonna do the trick. My old friend and yours, sriracha water. Here it goes, sriracha water into my ramen crates. And now we just mix. Should this be a color? Maybe a little bit of color too. I got pigments. I got pure mineral pigments. Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh no. Oh no, this smells kind of like the Cheerios in concrete. Maybe when you mix concrete with things, it's not good. Oh, yuck. That's actually worse than the Cheerios in concrete. I'm gonna put a little bit of red in there, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. Hopefully get kind of a peachy mix going on here. A little bit more. Well, so I like to mix pigments by hand like that, but if anyone's been following what we've been doing with concrete, our adventures in trying to make concrete accessible to the world, concrete the world, that means you. That means you, viewer. How can I make concrete easy for you to try at home? One of the newest things we've been doing is pre-batching perfectly measured pigments into the concrete for you. Comes in little jars. And you can just start rolling. You can dump out a little pile and mix it, and you're good to go. And the reason why I do that is that, oh, ramen. The reason I do that is that mixing pigment, you need a scale, but it's also messy. Mixing pigment is, if you get pigment, if anyone's dealt with raw pigments before, if you get pigment on anything, it goes everywhere. Once it's actually in with the concrete mix and you don't have to measure it around, it can still make a mess, but not the same way. Recently, I had a friend who was working at the studio, and he accidentally dumped red pigment into his shoe. He spilled a bag, had a hole in it. He picked it up. This is one of the fun things about dealing with pigment from distributors, is that it comes in these ridiculous, stupid paper bags that get everywhere. They don't even close. It's like a flour bag. You ever have a flour bag at home and you're like, how come a flour bag is just unleashing flour everywhere all the time? All the time. You pick up a flour bag and it's like, oh, flour on the ground, flour on my hand, flour over here. It's like, has this just been like this forever? Is that how flour has always been? Because as long as I can remember, flour bags are always letting flour out of them. Pigment bags for concrete, a lot, kind of the same, and concrete in general, kind of the same. That was one of the driving forces behind concrete. Can you put concrete and pigment in packaging that isn't going to destroy someone's house if they open it up in their house? Because most concrete pigments, you're not going to open it. Don't open it in your house. Oh, this is starting to come together. So I added a little bit more concrete into there. Yeah, a ramen crete is looking, I don't know. I'd like to see. Oh, it smells awful. It smells awful. Oh, I like the color. This is one of my favorite colors, this kind of dusty rose, silly putty. I love silly putty. I love it so much. This would be a bit rich for a silly putty color. Not quite light enough, but it's in the family. It's like a dark version. I'm just trying to see if this is going to level out with vibration, and I think it will, which means I'm going to grab a mold. Cactus planter. This is a great mold. We make this. I'm going to go in depth. In one of the next videos, I'm going to go in depth in just this mold, talk about how to use it, why I've designed it the way it's designed. You know what? Let's go a little wetter. Just a wee bit. I think what's happening right now is I think the ramen noodles are actually absorbing. Oh, I know why this smells so bad. I put the flavor packet in. Bull. Mistake. But, oh, oh no. What? Oh, I got a bad whiff. What? Oh no. Oy. Okay. Let's just get through this. A little more water. I think the noodles are absorbing water as fast as I'm adding it. So let's just get this mixed. Let's get it wet enough that I think I can get it in the mold and get it in the mold. Because boy, oh, I'm not doing so good here. Things are starting to get serious. I actually have a little bit of what some might call an overactive gag reflex. And a bad smell can do it for me. Oh boy. So let's just get through this. We're gonna have barfcrete real quick. And we don't want that. You don't want that. Nobody wants to edit that video. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Willet concrete. Now, this is going to take a little extra vibration because I can tell already that this noodle is really, it's sucking the moisture out of here, and it's also giving us some weird consistency. But so what I'm doing is I'm going to fill it just a little bit. I'm going to try to get as much air out of this as possible. One thing I learned with Willet concrete with Cheerios is that the stuff, these foreign aggregates that we're putting in are gonna want to gum up the whole mix and create little air pockets around them. And I want to I still want that air to come out. But yeah, this is a strange, we might have enough to do a little hex tile too. Anyone out there want my Willet concrete ramencrete? You guys, who wants this? Anybody? Nobody. Hello? Hello, McFly, hello? Bueller? 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 Nobody? Who wants this? You can't answer. I can't hear you. I said I can't hear you. So no air is coming out. That's a good sign. It's not a good sign. Willet concrete. First lesson, if you put ramen noodles in your gray matter, it's not gonna release air the way you expect it to. Oh boy, oh, there's our noodles. So I'm just gonna, well, yeah, it's acting strange. I think it means it's telling me. So I'm just flattening out the bottom here, because why not? Okay. Oh, still stinks. Awful. Be thankful you can't smell this. Willet concrete, ramencrete. I'm Mr. Concrete Concrete. Is this any fun? Is this fun? We're gonna learn something together. I don't think it's gonna work. It might work. I think it's gonna work, but I think it's gonna, is it still gonna stink later? That's the big question. Will it stink? I think it will. For how long though? Okay, this looks good. That's, These ramen noodles have removed the self-consolidating, self-leveling properties of gray matter. They're ruining my concrete magic. Ramen, come on. There's one. Let's put that away. We'll come back in 4 hours. Do I got, it's over here. It's from my ramen. We got some molds. And aha, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's get this a little wetter. It's thickening up. This ramen is accelerating my set cure time. Is it really? Probably not. But okay, let's Willet concrete. Let's do a tile too. I want to see. Oh, making it wet made it be stinky again, more stinky. It kind of rejuvenated the stank. Stank-juvenation. Oh my goodness. Come on. Let's get through this. Let's get through this. I'm gonna have to talk in this voice for the rest of this because it's trying to. Okay. I'm okay. Hey everybody, I'm okay. We can get through this. I'm not gonna hurl in the concrete. Oh man, but it smells something awful. I hope you guys like this. I hope. If you want to see me keep putting weird things in concrete, I think it's a fun diversion. The channel is never going to be just putting weird things in concrete. It's always going to be a mix. So, hey, if you're new here, I'm going to give you straight up, here's what we do. We're going to do concrete marbling with integral mineral pigments using a bunch of different techniques, but really just walking through it. The same idea, a very, very Bob Ross looking type thing where it's like, hey, I'm gonna do a project with you. I'm gonna help you have access to all the supplies that I've got. No secret supplies, no secrets, show you everything, and we'll make something together. Number one, that's the first thing we do. Number two, the second thing we do, weird stuff. Mix weird stuff in the concrete, just have fun. This is a fun thing. We're never gonna make ramencrete. Maybe we will, I doubt it. But have fun, experiment, try something strange, and don't barf in the process. This smells so bad. Number three, making molds out of weird found stuff. I love doing that. finding some weird piece of plastic, especially single-use plastic, finding a weird single-use plastic, making an awesome mold out of it. So it's no longer a single-use plastic, turning it into a double-use plastic, triple-use plastic, quadruple-use plastics. What? 4 times the efficiency and environmental friendliness of single-use plastic, a quadruple-use plastic. You can do it at home with me. I'll show you how. That's another thing we do on the channel. And last but not least, little mini shorts. I do shorts. I wear shorts and I do mini shorts. They're just little clips, little snippets. They're not the main big content. They're little chunks of content that are just around, floating around. Something fun for you, a little nugget to keep you satisfied in between the big stuff. This is the big stuff, long form. We're gonna do something weird. But that's all of it. So if you're into that stuff, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave me a comment below, email, text, check the website, all the things. I'll catch you on the flip side. 4 hours, we're gonna come back. The flip side, the cured side. I'm gonna catch you on the cured side. 4 hours, we're gonna come back. We're gonna check out this ramen creep. It's gonna be amazing. We had a ton of fun. I had a ton of fun. I didn't barf. Don't barf at home if you can avoid it. If you have to, you can barf at home if you need to. If you're like, I got Mr. Concrete, I got to. You can do it. I don't care. Thanks, everybody. Concrete friends, concrete artists, concrete fans, welcome back. And today we're gonna finally get the answer. Oh, there's still some in there. Today, we finally answer the age-old question, can you make concrete out of ramen? Will it concrete? Let's find out. And does it still stink? Here's the tile. Now, it's still pretty stinky. Let's get a look at this. So here's the tile. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's got lots of little cracks in the back. So ramen is a great example of why we like to use aggregates in concrete that are non-porous and non-water absorbent. You want a pretty inert aggregate. Most things can be an aggregate, meaning most things you can add into concrete if there already isn't some form of aggregate, and it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. You can do it. Now, there are exceptions. If you're buying concrete from generic hardware store, generic concrete from generic hardware store, they've already added a lot of aggregate. It's kind of maxed out. Not kind of maxed out, it's maxed out. Big rocks, gravel, all kinds of jazz. You don't got room. Gray matter, on the other hand, we have very little aggregate in it. There is some small, fine micro aggregates and a few bigger pieces of rock, but nothing too big. Most of the aggregate, you'll find the odd rock that sneaks through all the screens. You know, we're mixing tons, literally 10 tons of concrete at a time when we make this. So yeah, stuff sneaks through, but for the most part, there's very, very, like, I'm talking in 100 kilos of concrete, you might find one rock that's like this big, and it's not supposed to be there. I kick it out. I boot it. If I find it, it's out of there. So we catch that when we're bagging into the smaller bags. But what that means for you, is that you've got room. You've got room. If you buy some gray matter and you're like, you know what I'm making is not that fine of detail, and I don't need it to be able to fit in all these tiny little voids and areas and detail that's in my mold. I don't need my concrete to do that. I got a big square thing I'm making, and I want to stretch my concrete out a little bit. Put some crushed gravel in there. You've got room. I'd say you've got room by volume to take up, you could probably add a third of anything you want. Nothing too small, like you couldn't do sand. Sand could be challenging. Something that's going to create a matrix for you. A matrix being, if you have a couple pieces and they bump together, they've got enough angles and radius to them that they kind of stay spaced apart. So they don't compact into one uniform layer of stuff. It's like rock, and then the concrete flows down in between the rocks. And then the concrete's like, you rock, Who cares? We don't need to talk about this. Let's get back to the matter at hand. We used ramen. Will it concrete? It's ramen. My first evaluation of the back is I'm not hopeful because it looks like the ramen has pulled the moisture out of and it's popping out of this mold real easy. Okay. Oh, now let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna be. It looks like it worked-ish, but it feels like the ramen has affected how this thing is cured. So I'm gonna let it chill. But it looks actually pretty clean. So maybe this worked. This I think we're gonna have to revisit. So I'm gonna say right off the bat, you might have to cure longer than 4 hours because I have a feeling if I put any amount of stress on this thing, well, let's find out. Let's see, let's take the planter out. It'll tell us something. I still got ramen. Chewing up dry ramen, it sticks everywhere in your mouth. I'm gonna have to brush my teeth. Okay, we got the same issues. We can see some little outlines of ramen where they've definitely done something with moisture, got some weird cracking. I'm curious if I can get this out of the mold without wrecking it, just because I don't think it's very strong. Peel my edge. Oh boy, gentle. And yes, the ramen did the same thing Cheerios did. Lots of interesting voiding. Lots of interesting voiding on the inside too. A little crusty, but I don't know, solid. Will ramen concrete? I'm gonna say yes, but you know what? Let's revisit this. This is gonna be initial test. Will it concrete? Yes. Ramen will concrete, but let's give this a few days and let's strength test it to see if it has any integrity. Because right now, I can tell just by like a scratch test on the edge here, and like not much of a scratch test because I'm using my thumbnail through a glove. But look at that. It's just coming off like, oh, there's a big gummy ramen noodle. Wow. We're going to let you chill. You know what I think's going on? These ramen noodles need to dry out or something. Maybe the ramen will dry out and firm this whole thing back up. Can you imagine? Okay, let's give it, we're going to come back. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the Joy of Concrete. Will it concrete? I'm Mr. Concrete. Did you like what you saw? Was it fun experimenting with me? We had a success. Did you try this at home? You don't have to. I'll do the weird stuff and you don't have to. You can just watch and I can be a failure all on my own. But today, I don't think we failed. I think this is a win. Will it ramen? Yeah, no. Will it concrete? Will it concrete? Yes, it will concrete. We made it concrete. Check it out. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a comment down below, text, phone, email me, check out the website, whatever you want. But let's get in touch. Let's talk concrete. Let's try something weird together. I'll see you later, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate your time. And thank you for watching. If you did watch, whatevs. We're going to come back to this. Bye, everybody.